Hello class. So for today we are going to be doing a fun photo editing assignment associated with the Victorian era. So what we're going to be doing essentially is inserting ourselves into a Victorian scene using the website Pixlr. So the first step for this assignment is to find a photograph that is associated with the Victorian era. For me, I have an example on Blackboard of the assignment, and I just Googled Victorian era, and I searched the images, and I found a picture that worked for what I want to do. So after you find your Victorian image, you can download it to your computer, save it on your desktop, and go to the website Pixlr. This will be the photo editing website that we'll use. So to use it, just Google Pixlr, Pixlr.com, and it'll come up right away as the first one. So then once you have Pixlr successfully opened, you can go to File in the left-hand corner, and under File, click Open Image, and this will allow you to open an image that is saved on your desktop. And you can open up your Victorian scene. And after this, you're going to repeat this procedure, but you're going to find a photograph of yourself, or you're going to save a photograph as long as it's school appropriate. Your desktop, and then you'll have these two photographs side by side or next to each other in Pixlr. So after you have that, you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner of the picture is the image proportion size. So you'll want to change the proportions of your image of yourself to the proportions of the Victorian image so that you can fit into the image and it will make sense. So in order to do that, go to the top and then you click Image and then Image Size, and then uncheck the box where it says to constrain proportions and type in the proportions of the Victorian era image. So after you've got your proportions set up, then use the lasso tool, which is on the left-hand side in the vertical toolbar, and you can cut yourself out of your image. So it will fasten itself to the outline of the image, and just make sure you keep holding down on the mouse and you get back to the place where you started. And once you do that, it'll be blinking, and then you'll go back to the toolbar, and right above the lasso tool is just a clicker mouse, I call it, and you'll go back to your highlighted self and drop that into the Victorian image. So for me, I went ahead, you can look at my example on Blackboard, but I found another image where women were wearing Victorian dresses, and I dressed myself in Victorian clothes. So feel free to play around with the Pixlr photo editor once you have a grasp on kind of how to use the lasso tool and how to cut things out. So after you have inserted yourself into this Victorian image, the next step is to save the image or take a screenshot and insert it into a document where you will write a small one-paragraph story, so 5 to 8 sentences, story about what's going on in the image. And the story can be historical. You might know kind of what the scenario is in the image, or you can just make up a fictional happening with dialogue or however you want to do that. So after you finish with this, you can upload this document to Blackboard. There'll be a link, and have fun with this, and we'll share them out on Wednesday.